Elegance. The masculine and men are not necessarily as concerned about elegance as women and the feminine would be. You might even look it up yourself. Look up elegance, and you'll see so much more content made by and for women. Now, elegance is so much more than, the obvious elegance that is kind of presented on the external of ourselves. Elegance is an inner virtue, a feminine virtue. It's an energy. Elegance is a way to go about your actions. It's a way to go about the way that you think and feel and express yourself. Elegance is your ability to hold yourself and hold others in a space, in a sanctuary of worthiness. Elegance allows you to see yourself, regardless of where you are, as, worthy. You listen in an elegant way. You communicate in an elegant way. You also, care for yourself and others in an elegant way. But why is it that so many women and the feminine are more concerned then about elegance? It's because women are more concerned with being and beautification. Men and the masculine are more concerned about doing. Now, here's what's funny. Again, I mentioned this before. When you have perfectionism, especially if you're one that hustles a lot and find a lot of your worthiness through doing, and you might even have grown up being praised for your doing more than your being, a lot of high performers with perfectionism find themselves not connected with their sense of elegance because you are so consumed by doing that you forget about the being. And if you're not connected to your sense of being, you're not either going to be that concerned about elegance. Now, women typically want things to, have a sense of beautification about them. Women want to get things done, yes, but be more graceful and beautiful while doing it. This is a pattern, yeah? Now, I remember in my case, one of my ex-partners, I remember he was an entrepreneur as well, and I'm an entrepreneur, but the way that he went about everything was he would just wear a black shirt or a black t-shirt to be specific, day in and day out, and just have several of those black t-shirts. And you can see that that is minimalism, and I embraced minimalism for a long while too. But I remember that if I did that on a continuous basis, I found myself a little disconnected from my beingness and from my sense of elegance or value for elegance. I would rather do something and enjoy me expressing myself through what I wear, not because I care about being and looking perfect, but because it's a way for me to express my feminine essence, right? And it comes natural to me. It's when you try to oppress and suppress and try to fit into some sort of avatar or some sort of niche or some sort of interest like minimalism or being an efficient entrepreneur, right? It's then that you disconnect from your essence. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to continue like that. Now, the way that you express yourself, sure, if you do it from a place of fear, out of like, if I don't do this, if I don't express myself this way, if I don't wear X, Y, and Z, what will people think? What will that say about my worthiness? That is perfectionism. But you can also express yourself through creativity, through fashion, through style, and do it from a place of, I love this. This is just a part of my essence being expressed. It's just like art. So the intention is everything. The intention and the energy behind it is going to be everything. So let's say with me creating podcasts, I could sit here and I could just wear one black t-shirt every single time I would do, a podcast. And it would probably be less time consuming because, if I change the way that I dress for each podcast, if you add that up over time, sure, it will take more time. But the feminine essence is not that concerned about that. The feminine essence cares about the elegance, the feeling, the emotion that things brings. And this is exactly why I go about, the way that I create, the way that I do. Elegance is beautiful. Elegance really is beautiful. And it really is about a core essence. So yes, you can wear black t-shirts and still be elegant because it's not about what you wear. What you wear can be an extension of how you feel and your energy. But you can wear whatever you'd like and still have that energetic connection to elegance. To be elegant, to be kind and intentional with your words toward yourself and others, that's a way of being elegant, right? Prioritizing privacy, some things being for you and your closest ones, allowing yourself to be vulnerable around people, but also allowing some vulnerability to be just for self and those closest to you. That's a way of embracing elegance and elegant energy. Having a wholesome sense of humor and playfulness about you, that's a way of embracing elegance. Accepting compliments gracefully and being like, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm very grateful for it. And taking the time to really savor it and be with it instead of just going to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. That's a feminine virtue. That's also elegance. And complimenting others, not just in return, but even before you get something from someone else. Being, accommodating and being caring and being subtle, right? That's elegant. So you get to come back to your definition of what elegance is. My definition of elegance will be different from someone else's, but overall, it really is just an energy that can be expressed in different ways through your being. Coming back to your being, coming back to this being. It involves coming back to your feminine essence, and we've talked about a lot of different ways that feminine essence gets to be expressed over the past few podcasts and episodes, right? And now you get to integrate these and begin practicing them and returning to them because they're already within you. It's just a matter of practicing them. And in this way, you can also bloom more and more and more beyond perfectionism. And I would love to support you and assist you in that journey of coming fully back to your feminine essence. I love you so much. You can come into the Bloom Beyond tribe for a free monthly cohort. Go to bloombeyond.com/apply to apply, and I might see you on the other side. Thank you so much for being here. I would graciously appreciate if you would leave a review of the Bloom Beyond podcast. If you've been listening up until this point, let me know what you have and what you do receive from it. That would be a way of you also embodying feminine essence of, giving as well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Stay bright, brave, and balanced.